Well, good news, everybody. I'm really happy to announce that All Tomorrows, my science fiction book about the future history of humanity, has now been officially published as a book that you can purchase and give to your friends and read to your heart's content in the Thai language. And to announce this great development, I am once again thankful to Time Publishing of Bangkok, Thailand. They really did a splendid job. And just for posterity, we are recording this on the 4th of April 2024. Now, if you're new to this channel or if you're just new to All Tomorrows, basically I am an eccentric artist and author and researcher, among other things. This channel is dedicated to discussions of every weird thing, ranging from every species of frog in the planet to historic oddities or just weird stuff or even funny cats in general. And one of my luckier outputs has been this one science fiction story called All Tomorrows. And like, if you're here, you probably know about it, but let's just be precise. It was a book I wrote when I was a late teenager in the early 2000s, and I just released it onto the internet. So you can find All Tomorrows for free online. It's very well illustrated. The story is, it's okay. There are things I don't like about it, but this is not the place to talk about them. In 2020, during the COVID pandemic, the YouTube channel Alt-Shift-X made an audiobook of All Tomorrows. And this was a runaway hit. It's the most watched video on that channel. As of now, it has, I think, more than 15 million views. It's just a big runaway hit. So after this big break happened, things really changed for me creatively. My YouTube channel got a lot of followers, and the book itself got a lot of fame. I now have like friends and fans all over the world, all pining for All Tomorrows. So I also started rewriting All Tomorrows. So there's some confusion and there are some questions coming in. So let me just answer them briefly and thank you once again. So this book, the Thai edition of All Tomorrows, is the old All Tomorrows, which you can find freely online, but it's in the Thai language. And to make the book worthwhile, there are some extra illustrations from other artists, and also there's an extra chapter written by me explaining the deep lore origins of all the creatures depicted in the book. What was I thinking? What was I inspired by? Some lucky coincidences and some funny behind the scenes factoids. And I'm sorry, but you have to know the Thai language in order to read them. And on this junction, I must once again thank the publisher, Time Publishing, and the link is, their Instagram page is in the pinned comment, because I cannot find their official website. So if you contact them through Instagram as of 2024 April, you may be able to get extra information about purchasing this said Thai edition of the book. Now, this is the old version. I am also writing a new version, a comprehensively updated revision, a redux edition of All Tomorrows. And in order to find updates and sneak previews from that, you need to visit my Patreon site. The link is in the video description once again. Now that project has taken a life of its own. Now the book is nearly over 300 pages long and it's still not done. There are many more species. Each species has far more lore, and there are some important and major plot twists. So it's gonna be another book, another timeline, let us say. A lot of the simple weirdness I had in the original book is now corrected. Some of the more annoying details have been updated. I mean, in the book I always give measurements in terms of meters or years, but in a galactic scale, this does not have a sense. You can't talk about years when you're talking about multiple planets. So a lot of little details like that have been updated. Now, that book is still in process, and when it's ready, you will hear about it, and I will release it directly, either from a publishing company of my own or from another publisher. We'll see how that will pan out. But in the meantime, if you want to get updates about All Tomorrow's Redux, go to my Patreon page. Now, a lot of people asked if there will be an English edition of the original All Tomorrows. If there'll be an English edition or Turkish edition, in Spanish, in Portuguese, in Indonesian, any other language. Now, if you are listening to this and if you are a publisher of books, you can get in touch with me and we can arrange a contract. You can basically, we can negotiate for the rights fees for publication in your own language. And once again, I must really thank Time Publishing. They've been really I worked with a lot of publishers and none were as diligent and as attentive to my work as Time Publishing. They would usually send me emails to ask the precise meaning of a word when they were translating it. Really top level attention. And also in terms of author's reimbursement, they were really graceful and magnanimous. So yeah, thank you, Time Publishing. Once again, if you are a foreign publisher interested in publishing All Tomorrows the original, hit me up and we can talk. I hope it will be fruitful for both of us. So that's it, everybody. All Tomorrows is out in Thailand. What a nice day. They just sent me pictures from a book fair recently, and there are all these fans I never know existed. I got a lot of fan mail over the weekend, and just a happy day and happy accomplishment. The 19-year-old me would be very proud if he knew that his pictures and his silly fictional creatures would be popular in another part of the world now. What a nice day. Okay, that's it, everyone, and have a nice day. I will see you again. Once again, support me on Patreon and buy me a coffee to see extra reviews from my upcoming projects. And if you're a publisher, you know what to do. Goodbye.